Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we are sharing our thoughts about Stormi leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Oh my goodness, she done left the trip without saying bye, and she done left the show without saying bye.
Yeah.
Listen here, man. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Blair, read this for us, please.
Yeah. So this is a post that Stormi made. Number 1, case dismissed.
Congrats.
Sometimes your greatest setup set you up for your greatest come up. Light always wins. This happened at the beginning of the year because a fan of a reality TV show I was on chose to show up at my warehouse. Fast forward, not only was this meritless case dismissed, I won all year in spite of every attack sent my way.
Yeah.
I took the high road the whole journey. Being on the reality show I was on was a great experience, from the network to the producers and the majority of the cast. However, I was about my business before it. Made over 30 million, and anything that jeopardizes my business and the table I built for myself, I choose me. I can't wait to see what God has in store for me next.
I'm flabbergasted, but at the same time, I'm also laughing because she said that reality TV show I was on. You know what I'm saying? For one, congratulations on your case being dismissed.
Absolutely.
Right? Because I want to draw a parallel to that, to what Melody said last episode just a couple of days ago. Oh, you must have did something if you got arrested, right? Oh, if the cops came and arrested you, you must have did something. Case dismissed. You get what I'm saying? Like, so
what does that mean?
That means you was wrong,
right?
So, just off of this alone, Blair, what is your thoughts off of Stormi's statement and her stance on basically Love and Marriage Huntsville, the show that she's not on no more?
I'm actually really proud of her for choosing herself.
Help me.
And not choosing fame and the spotlight. I think that a lot of people, especially in the reality TV space, like get so caught up in the fame that honestly, that for a lot of the people, that's the only thing they have going on in their lives.
Yeah.
But Stormi has a successful business that she's been working on. I will say I think that the show did help to promote her business and have people more interested in her products. So I think that it did what it was supposed to do. And honestly, that's how I feel, about a lot of these jobs, that people have. I mean, go in, do the work and get what you're supposed to get out of it and then move on. I mean, look, these companies have no loyalty to you, so you don't have to have no loyalty to them either. So I feel like if Stormi got in, did what she needed to do and get what she needed to get out of this situation, and she can move on to her successful business and her life and her land that she has for her family, live life abundantly. Like, absolutely. I think it's great. And I also want to say that I don't think it helped when Stormi tried to have like a come to Jesus or lemon squeeze moment with Mel, where it was just like, hey, can we at least agree on, if we're going to be on the show together, we know that we get the backlash and hate and all these types of things, but as cast members, can we agree that we don't stand for harassment of each other? Can we stand together on something as important as this? And for Mel to give her nothing and to say that she doesn't have to stand for anything, I think that Stormi realized, you know what, these probably aren't the people that I need to be around if they can't even say what is common decency and what is respectful and what is, good and safe for us as castmates.
So question, do you think that isolated moment right there was a come to Jesus moment for her to be like, you know what, I'm done with the show?
I think it probably was a tipping point. I think that there were other things, and I definitely think the situation where the millimeter came and, came to her store and situations got escalated. But I think for her to see that Mel was not able to make a stance on the situation is just kind of like, I'm not going to deal with this crazy lady and these crazy fans. Now
here's the thing. I'm not going to act like I've been a big Stormi fan throughout reviewing the show, right? Stormi done called Marsau a B. I wasn't a fan of that. You know what I'm saying?
No, Stormi has definitely had her moments.
Of course. But when it comes to this, I felt like this is probably the reason with the whole millimeters thing, when Mel did not speak up, when her silence was loud. I think that was confirmation, like, I'm out of here. And also what helps is that I don't need the show. That's also another thing too, is that everybody's saying the show is kind of going around that toilet bowl. And then on top of that, you can't even state where you claim when it comes to just safety or just right and wrong. I don't need the show. Now, to be fair, right? I want to say that both of them, Mel and Stormi, is right, and both of them are wrong, right?
So?
When it comes to just where they are in their friendship. Let me start with Melody, right? Melody, problem with majority of the people that she's friends with and drop off is that at some point you're not on her side, right? In some way, we are not going to act like Stormi mother wasn't online disrespecting Melody, right? And then Melody brought her on the show, or she was cleared to be on the show.
Stormi brought her on the show.
Right? To basically, hey, I was getting my hate on Melody off online. Now I'm going to get it with a mic and a camera and things like that. And I'm not going to act like at some point, hey, Stormi and her mom, you over here saying, hey, listen, I tell my mom to chill. Well, Stormi, we see that when it comes between your mom and your aunt and your family, you can't even control that. So to basically say that you are basically telling your mom to chill, that is wrong. Well, you brought her on the show. You get what I'm saying? Knowing that she did not like me, right? Mind you, all of this is built off of Melody feeling however she feels, and not really however she feels. She's feeling like, hey, no one's really supporting me in my divorce, right? That's really the foundation of everything, right? And it kind of sucks that even though we would think that, okay, Martell had a baby on her outside the marriage, that it would kind of be an open and shut case when it comes to, oh, I'm on Mel's side, or I'm on Martell's side. But it just seems like there was reasons on reasons for people to justify people not being on Mel's side 100%, right?
Okay.
So we go on with that. Stormi, okay, your mom is doing all these things, right? But we're not going to act like, I'm going to add Tisha in this as well. Tisha and Wanda, we already know how your relationship fall out with Melody and things like that, right? So Melody, in her, I don't want to say in her response, she feels like, hey, listen, your mama been online talking about me. Not only online talking about me, Stormi, you brought her on the show to talk about me, right? You brought her to my events to talk about me. I am not going to defend you when it comes to the millimeters at all. Right? Don't expect that from me. Period. Right? Tisha, you know I don't bang with you at all. You call me the devil or demon. You told me I have a dark soul on TV. Don't expect nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? But the only problem I have with Melody is that, hey, it don't feel right when it's done to you, but you did it to other people as well, Melody. Like, the same way as people may bring their mother on the show to talk bad about you, I go back to seasons ago where you brought Kiki on the show because you was beefing with Tisha and things like that. God bless the dead. You get what I'm saying? So don't try to make it seem like everybody here haven't got their hands dirty at one point when it came to this whole Love and Marriage Huntsville reality TV show mess of subliminals and passive aggression. You get what I'm saying? It's the thing that makes me upset about Melody is that she make it seem like she did not contribute anything to it. 1% is something.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
She acknowledges nothing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
of her own part.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying she acknowledges nothing when it comes to her own part. And I do think that Stormi bringing her mom around Mel, I'll say one thing.
Help me.
Stormi bringing her mom around the show, I think that's fine. That's her mom. We want to get into Stormi's family dynamics and situations. So I'm fine with her bringing her mom around to see how the issues are with the aunt and all that type of stuff. Okay. But I would say that your mom didn't necessarily need to be around Mel. If your mom doesn't like Mel, you know she doesn't like Mel, then it's really no need for them to be in the same room. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I feel like because Mel is passive aggressive and because Mel, and listen, Mel said it herself in this past episode. Check it out. She said, once that scorpion sting you, you're basically an enemy for life and things like that. And I'm like, why are you enemying people for life? Like that's your castmates. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It just feels like you can offend Mel and not know what you did, hence Stormi, right? Hey, I try calling you, try texting you and things like that. Oh yeah, girl, just DM me. You get what I'm saying? Like you're not even letting me know what I did. Yeah. That there could be some type of like restoring the relationship.
Like I thought we were cool enough to at least have a conversation.
Exactly. And I think the problem with Melody, if I was to just continue on, I think she's jealous of Stormi's success. Because when it came down to when she was talking about who is the HBIC and things like that, basically like she's trying to be the head of the show, but she ain't the head of the show. She ain't me. I think she's jealous of Stormy's success coming into the show with the success she already had. Okay, we friends. I can show you my warehouse. This is Stormy basically showing Melody and things like that. But the thing about it is, the thing that everybody goal is when it comes to reality TV, Stormy did that X amount of times.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you know what? I don't even need y'all. Y'all may need this check. Right? But I don't need this check at all. As she said, she sold 30 million. You know? So she's like, hey, I actually use this platform. Hey, guess what? If this is your show, Melody, I use your show where you are the head woman in charge. And guess what? It grew my business X 30 million plus. And now guess what? I get to leave and not even miss the check.
And I thought it was weird when they were on that trip and there was the comment made about, oh, Stormy thought she would come in to be the HBIC and all this type of stuff. Like, no, she just is. Like, she's not trying to come in here and take your spot. She is just a successful businesswoman and she's doing well for herself in Huntsville.
Yeah.
So, and she has, weird. You know, success. She has the family. She has, you know, all these wonderful things. So maybe that is Mel's insecurities bubbling up, because I don't feel like Stormy has ever tried to come across as though she's better than somebody or that she needs to be in a certain position when it comes to the girls. She took the time to hang out and spend time with Kiki because she felt like she understood what Kiki was coming from when everybody said their hands are off of Kiki.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that way of thinking, I'm just like, Stormy would get up and give Destiny her seat because Destiny want to sit by Mel. Stormy ain't pressed about that.
And my thing is, to Blair's point, 100%, no one who reviewed this show, I know a lot of people don't review it no more, no one who reviewed and recapped this show ever thought Stormy was a lead person on the show.
Right.
No one ever thought. Some of us even said, get her off the show. Like, you get what I'm saying? Me.
At certain points.
And then it was me, right? Because she called the men's out of their name and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But my thing is, no one never, we all, even with Melody not on the show, we all knew, okay, if this is anybody's show, it belongs to at least one of the OGs, right? Mel, you wasn't showing up a lot. I understand you were going through whatever you were going through. So Marceau and Tisha had to carry it and things like that. At certain points, Martell carried it. We got bored with his story of him trying to pass this test that, you know, hopefully he passed it. But my whole point is, this whole dirty game, don't make it seem like your hands is so clean, Mel, that you're above it. Like, just last season. Well, I can't even say last season because last season is this season, but the
2 seasons ago.
Yeah, 2 seasons ago, right? 2 seasons.
Season 7 part B.
Yeah, 2 seasons ago. Look, funny. 2 seasons ago this year, right? 2 seasons ago, you were just teaming up with Kiki to go against the Scotts.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you was done with Kiki, you gave her walking papers.
Yeah.
And so don't make it seem like, oh, like, you know what, Kiki, everybody against you, but I'm with you. They ain't check up on you. Oh, they ain't call you. I call you. I show up to the house. But the minute that Kiki do something, and granted, what Kiki did was kind of weird with the whole going online and saying things like that, you didn't have grace for her either.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The same way as you don't have grace for Destiny, you ain't have grace with Stormy, you don't have grace with anybody. And I feel like it is just all you trying to get that stench of Martell off you.
Well, the thing is, I think that she is so like hyper vigilant to people doing her wrong because of Martell. Like, she stayed with that man, allowed him to play in her face and get other people pregnant on her and all this type of stuff. And to the point where I really think that she just doesn't have it in her for anybody's foolishness.
Yeah, that's
like
true. Nothing
when it comes to her. Like, she has like, bar none, don't mess with me, don't talk bad about me, do no funny stuff. Like, I don't want none of that around me.
100%.
And the thing is, I can totally and completely respect that.
Me too.
But I do think that when there have been situations to where there has been a tit for tat, then maybe there's room for conversation. If two parties have had a back and forth.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And truth be told, I don't really, outside of the mothers, I think she owed Stormy a conversation. Me personally, even though the whole story right now in real time on the show is Destiny and Mel, I don't think she owed Destiny anything.
Yeah.
Because, listen here, I'm always under the belief that people know, especially adults, know what they're doing. Destiny posting that picture of my kids with the mistress in the background, nah. Yeah. Go back from which you came. You are Martell's friend.
Yeah.
So be Martell's friend. You ain't got to be close with me and things like that. Don't sit next to me. You can't sit with us. But with Stormy, I think the thing with Stormy was that she just got done. Stormy is really basically getting the punishment of Tisha. Tisha and Wanda was going so hard and things like that. Oh, Wanda, really.
And Mel was just like, I see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so basically the minute that, this is another mama talking about me online, you know what, I'm done with everything. And my thing is, state where you stand. And when I say state where you stand, not with the millimeters, make a PSA to where it's like, this is what I feel, how I feel. I think sitting there silently trying to look unbothered when you clearly look bothered don't serve you right? I think, truth be told, because at the end of the day, you have to work with these folks. State where you stand. Say everything I just said. Hey, Tisha, you know how you are with your passive aggressiveness with your mama, Wanda, and things like that. Stormy, how do you think that will look where I now see someone who I'm getting close with and now their mama talking about me? Right, because she was a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Right, so it's not like Stormy mother was talking about Melody because Melody did something to her.
Yeah.
Unlike Wanda and Tisha, you get what I'm saying? You was a fan of the show and you got a fan page talking bad about me, and now you bring her on the show.
Yeah.
Of my place of work, I already got to deal with Martell.
Yeah.
So I can understand why she's like DM me, MySpace me if I still got one. But at the same time, I'm just like, Melody, come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make it seem like your hands is so clean. I can acknowledge that people did you dirty, but you also have to acknowledge that you also got in the pig pen as well, and you played dirty as well. But to Stormy leaving, I think this is just another person leaving. You know, Tiffany and what is my man name? Lou, they left. Stormy,
I forgot about them.
I know, right? Stormy and my man, what is her husband name?
Courtney
left. Do you think Stormy's presence will be missed on the show?
I think so. At least for me, it will be. I enjoyed seeing her family and her.
I didn't enjoy seeing the family.
I enjoyed seeing her husband. I feel like Courtney was probably one of the most decent men on the show.
Maybe.
I felt like he kind of stayed out the drama, and he was also there to support his wife like 100% completely. So it was nice seeing that. And I felt like Stormy kept the mess going, and also she stepped in to help people when they needed, like when Tiffany was going through her postpartum stuff. Like I felt like Stormy was really the main one who actually tried to connect with Tiffany in a real way.
Yeah.
You know? So
I feel like a lot of people is wrongly going to blame Melody for Stormy leaving, and they may revolt against Melody. This may be another reason for people to blame Melody for something that have nothing to do with them personally. This has something to do with Stormy.
Yeah.
Stormy said, listen, I almost went to jail for this, so I'm going to remove myself. And I think a lot of people, this cast is getting skinnier and skinnier, and you realizing that they keep adding people, because I think Trisha gone too. In my opinion.
I heard that too.
I think Stormy, because Stormy's leaving, I think Trisha's gonna leave too, because she was like, I'm like your friend.
Yeah.
So and then on top of that, I know they go tear it to Trisha at the reunion. I don't think Trisha is made for reality TV, in my opinion.
No, she be lying too much.
All
and
right.
she can't stand on her lies.
So exactly. So Trisha and Ken, they gone. So you're basically left with the OG cast again, like 9 seasons deep, and they all don't bang with each other as a whole.
Yeah.
That makes terrible TV.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Anything else you have to add about Stormy leaving and just the state of, the show?
I just wish Stormy the best. That's really it. Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna act like I was a big fan of you, Stormy, but I am a big fan of your success. Personally, I'm a big fan of your case being dismissed, because everybody who get arrested don't do the crime,
right?
Or didn't do anything. That was wild to say. Like, don't put your name and face on that. Like, like that's wild to say. You know what I'm saying? Because God forbid something happened to you. Guess what? Stormy go right. Well, you must have did something. You know what I'm saying? So, and truth be told, it don't even have to go that far. People are basically blaming you for the divorce as well too. So you should know, like, if you felt like, just don't say that. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to the cops, just don't say that. But I would Stormy the success personally when it comes to that. And I don't know where Love and Marriage Huntsville is going to be. I think Carla's got a big problem on his hands. I really do. I think the show.
You got to fly out there and talk to them again.
But the thing about it is, when you already have a cast that don't rock with each other, right? You will hope, and unfortunately, they are going to show this. Right now, we are in the middle of Maurice this season getting a DUI.
Yeah.
Next season, we can predict that we probably hear some about Kiki and about how the Scots are basically going through that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things like that can really make or break a show. And I wouldn't hold it against Latisha or Marsau to be like, we're taking a step back from the show, because this is a lot.
Yeah.
Now you lose, and if Melly is number 1, they number 2.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like their show is on life support, in my opinion. Anything else?
That's all I got.
I need y'all to comment and let me know what y'all think. We just not talking to ourselves. We talking to y'all. We talking to our friends. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all next time.
Bye.